Lots of windstorms, especially in the River Valley. Northwest Arkansas, we had some scattered light rain. Really wasn't too big of a deal, but we got lucky in Northwest because we had the extra clouds, and highs today have only reached the low 80s. But what's crazy is we're starting to watch temperatures really climb right now as the clouds are starting to break, and we have the south wind starting to return, and that south wind's going to keep up overnight tonight, helping to try to rejuvenate the atmosphere for a little bit more heat and humidity to prime it for more thunderstorm chances later tonight and into tomorrow morning. But for this evening, we're clear from storms. We have partly cloudy skies. The clouds are starting to dissolve over time after that morning rainfall, and temperatures are climbing. We have a little bit more sun in Northwest and for parts of eastern Oklahoma, 84 in Poto, now 84 reporting in Fayetteville. Still some of those clouds a little bit thicker across parts of Clarksville, Lamar, Knoxville, and south into Paris and Boonville. We're still in the 70s in parts of Johnson County, but we'll warm up a little bit as this little clearing starts to move in from the west. But we have a warm front also towards our west, and this thing is going to move north overnight tonight, and it's kind of like railroad tracks for thunderstorms. We're watching thunderstorms develop right now in the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma into southwest Kansas, and these storms are just going to ride the warm front. The question is, where is the warm front going to be early tomorrow morning, just after midnight, so late tonight? If the front is about right here, that means the storms, just like a roller coaster, will come right over us. However, if that warm front can go a little bit farther north, most of the storms will also go a little bit farther north. So I'll be honest, this forecast tonight is tricky. Even today's forecast was tricky. We had these thunderstorms over Oklahoma, and they just survived a lot longer than they thought they would. And we had the clouds that helped with the temperatures. But so another tricky forecast tonight. But I can tell you what, the best chance for storms because of the storm front will probably be in northwest Arkansas and southwest Missouri. Farther south in the River Valley, we'll have to see. If this thing goes really slow, then that opens up our chance. But I think this front should be able to go a little bit farther north. We'll be watching it all night long. Our meteorology team will be in, studying the atmosphere hour by hour, taking a look at where that warm front is. So when we're taking a look at severe threats tonight, we think that warm front's probably going to be sitting near the mountains in northwest Arkansas. And so that keeps the highest storm chances in northwest and into southwest Missouri. However, we still have that severe chance for the River Valley just in case, but they're going to be scattered too. Not everyone is going to get a severe storm that's in the zone tonight, so it's very hit or miss. But we'll be tracking them from about midnight to about 5 to 6 a.m. So most of the overnight hours, we're going to have some scattered storms once we get past the midnight time frame. And the primary threat will be wind. We're already starting to watch those windstorms develop off towards the west. The highest threat for wind will be across parts of Kansas where they may have 80 to 90 mile-per-hour winds. They're not going to be as strong once they get to Arkansas. They'll be weakening over time, but we could still get 60 mile-per-hour winds. That gives you severe thunderstorm warnings, and we could get them mainly northwest Arkansas. Here's a little bit closer look at the severe threats. I think the wind threat goes down the farther south you go, but something to watch. 1 a.m. to 5 a.m., that's prime timing. But overnight tonight, we'll be watching that south wind start to kick up, and we'll watch these storms. I'll tell you what, all this model data is kind of all off. You really kind of have to throw it out. It basically is trying to just pop up thunderstorms across the central and southern U.S., but we really just have to watch warm front day by day. But tomorrow's going to be warm. After the storms, the clouds will clear. We'll have a lot of sun, a lot of heat. In fact, we've got extreme dangerous heat index forecasts coming up the next several days. You know, you see that 101, but the humidity is so high because of some of these thunderstorms that it feels like it's easily over 110. In the River Valley, it's going to feel like it's over 115.
Yeah. You got to do better than that.
We do.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Matt. Okay, so we do have a quick correction.